Hello guys, what is up? Hellohi here, and I'm going to be making a new series today. This is going to be the first of the mini videos coming out that are hopefully going to help some people out. I've been requested to make this, so hopefully I can please the people who asked and give enough information in this to show off everything. If you have any more questions on a certain subject, I can make a follow-up video. I'm going to be covering a lot of different topics, not just this one. I'm still going to work on the format, though. In this episode, everything's going to be in the web browser, okay? You're going to be looking at Firefox the whole video. I don't know if you want to see me have, like, gameplay and then me transition into a web browser and me show different things off in it, and there may be some videos where I'm just like always going over gameplay, but a lot of it's probably going to be web browser based, so I can just show you guys a bunch of different things. And so hopefully that's alright. Hopefully that works the best. If there are better ways to show off this and you have ideas on it, tell me in the comments. Again, I want to make this as informative as possible, help people out, because I'm not just doing this for my own entertainment. I'm actually trying to help out people, okay? I'm drinking water. Sorry. I mean, obviously, I don't want to keep stopping in the middle of talking, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta drink water. So, here I have a few tabs pulled up. This video is going to be on finding PC parts for constructing your own personal computer, okay? And actually, there's another one that I'll probably go over as well. Actually, there are a few additional things I should show off too, but I guess that we'll go over this, and then maybe I'll make it into another video, the other part. Okay, yeah, so forget I said anything. We're jumping into this. This is the PC Master Race subreddit. If you're not familiar with it, here it is. Sometimes they have jokes shown on here. Sometimes they have, oh hey, free games. Sometimes, you know, you don't have to like this or anything. What I'm just showing you is that they have a PC part list, which I think is pretty good. Okay. And if you are building your own PC, this might be something you're interested in. I don't know. I know people that don't follow it heavily. Like, I don't follow it heavily, but I don't mind it. Some of the stuff I think is stupid on here, but all the stuff I think is kind of funny, or this is cool that they're showing off this, or whatever. So we'll jump into their PC part lists, because they have a ton of machines, like, just really cheap, and they show off everything. And they have benchmarks for it all, so we'll show you that. And there's a few other websites we'll show you as well. So, if you're wanting a gaming computer, okay, if you're getting into gaming on the PC, you want to look out for, there's certain parts that have higher priorities. The video card for playing games is normally the highest pick, and then for video editing, the video card generally is a really high pick, but your processor is also pretty high up there. Now, you don't have to have a crazy, amazing processor to render videos. You don't have to have a ton of RAM. You don't have to have an amazing video card. I used to edit videos on a laptop that was really, really, really bad. See, the thing is, though, I had to wait hours for the videos to render, whereas some people, they make a 20-minute video and it's done in the 20 minutes and it renders in real time because they have really, really good parts, okay? So, ideally, you're going to want something good, or something just, like, good enough for gaming, which, like, there are certain processors and certain games that utilize different things, and we'll go into that as we're looking over the builds on here. So, first off, this isn't going to be something we're interested in if we're playing games, okay? No, it's just not enough for that. If we keep going down, this gets a little better. Still, not really something I'd be interested in. I wouldn't bother with it. Excuse me. This is where I'd start taking these builds seriously for gaming, okay? Now, the main thing that you're going to want to look up benchmarks on is a 270, okay? Whenever you're looking up parts to build in a computer, there's a lot of different things you want to keep in mind. The compatibility, for example, motherboards, they'll say what processors they can work with. Eventually, you'll get used to looking at them, and it'll be really easy to figure out. Whenever I first started looking into building a computer, it freaked me out, and I always had to have someone double check it. You don't. You just look at the part, and it'll say compatible with blah 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 series of whatever. Like it'll say. With Intel, it's like they have what is it? It's like LGA and then a number sequence, like 1155, and it'll say it on the motherboard, compatible with 1155, and the processor will say 1155 on it. You just match the two numbers, and there you go. That's it. With RAM, compatibility is generally really, really easy. The only thing you have to worry about is voltage, which there are some ways that there's a website that'll auto-configure some stuff for you, and I'll show you that in a minute. We're still wanting to look at these lists, though, okay? So whenever you're shopping around, which I advise that you do shop around, there are lots of sales that go on. We aren't going to get into that and cheaper stuff yet. That'll be a whole nother video. This is just trying to figure out your parts. Make sure to shop around, or try to, anyway. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but, like, why not? You know, why not save money? Now, there's always the huge ongoing debate, do I want to add an SSD to it or not? That's up to you. The thing with this build, if you can, I'd try and shell out additional money for 8 gigs of RAM as opposed to 4, especially if you're editing videos. This probably won't be the fastest thing, but, you know, if you only have $400, that's what I'd go with, okay? Like, I think that this build is actually pretty good for $400. Now, we can go ahead and go down. Again, you can look up benchmarks. I'd look up, I think they have some saved here, but yeah, right here. They have some saved here, but yeah, I'd pay attention to the graphics card, especially. And then the CPU won't mess with it, but it's not a huge factor. The video card is the factor. It's what does it. It's what makes the games play. Alright? So, if we take a look at this, the processor's been upgraded. Everything's been upgraded across the board. More memory, better processor, which this is still... I mean, this isn't horrible. This is better. This graphics card gets even better as well. And then you just keep going. You keep looking. Now, here's an i5, alright? Now, the thing I was saying about the processor, I don't remember how I said it. Anyway, I'm going to go in depth with an i7 generally does not see improvement. i7 is an Intel processor. They have series that they have it devised up in. There's like Pentium, there's a bunch of old ones like Core 2 Duo, Core 2 Quad, or whatever. The things that you look at now normally are i3s, i5s, and i7. i3s are normally like dual core systems with hyper-threading, which kind of makes it 4 cores, but kind of not. And then i5s are quad cores that have hyper-threading. That kind of... maybe I should quit talking about hyper-threading. I'm not actually sure about that for i5s. I know an i7 is supposed to have 4 logical cores and then 4 like virtual hyper-threading cores. And those additional are supposed to help with video rendering and things that utilize the processor more so than gaming. Gaming hardly sees any advantage with an i5 to an i7, okay? So you don't have to worry about that so much. Again, most of your money you're going to want to throw at the video card. Sorry, I couldn't think of it for some reason. Okay? So, when in doubt, where should you shovel your money? Video card. Like this. Look at this. This costs $280. This costs $180. This is priority. This is a nice little bonus, okay? If you want to go with this, or even something like this, that's fine. You can put the rest of your money into the video card, or it should be fine anyway. I try and look up like specific instances. Like there are some games that actually use the processor a lot, like Battlefield, for example, uses it a lot. So I'd look up some things. I'd go on YouTube, try and look up this processor doing this, and try and get like a rough estimate on how well it's going to perform. Excuse me. So, there's one website that has parts, okay? Now, here is a huge thing dedicated to parts. You can ask people for help on here. People are glad to help, all right? They even have a live chat set up. This is r/buildapc, all right? They'll give you tons of help. They'll give you tons of lists. Some people have pictures posted of their setup and be like, holy crap, that's awesome, I want to use this. And people have benchmarks of their systems too. Like we'll go to this. Apparently this is ugly, but we'll look at this, okay? See, he has all the prices for everything he did. PC Part Picker is another website we'll show you. I guess I'll just jump into it right now, actually. It shows you the lowest a part is going for across all these different websites. They also have completed builds that you could look at, okay? So if you find something specifically that if you have a price range, you want to look at different things that people have set up, be like, oh wow, I can only spend like, hold on. I can spend, I don't know, $500, okay? $550, all right? Here, we'll look at this. It's a gaming computer, he says. It's got this. See, sometimes you'll run into this, though, which really sucks, as people already have it purchased, so it doesn't include the price right there. I mean, obviously, it's kind of throwing out the whole value of it, but, yeah, you're just going to have to look around and try and find other things. Now, you can look at pictures of the computer as well. Sometimes people will have benchmarks posted. If there's something specific that you want to look at, for example, you know that you're going to buy an Athlon, or you know that you're going to buy an i5 or something like that, you can go ahead and just sort it by that. If there's a case that you know you want to see pictures of, you know that you want to buy it, you can sort that, and it'll show all the different stuff people have. If you know you want a small computer, you can do that. If you know you want a large computer, you can do that. These are just examples. I'll go ahead and show you something to show the prices off that, like I was talking about. So, for example, here's a graphics card. Oh man, I'm looking at it on Newegg. It looks like such a good deal. I should totally buy it. Oh wait, check here. Look, this is cheaper, okay? You would have never known, alright? $30 cheaper. And that's with mail-in rebate. I also have tax on things applicable. You can set tax on or off because not all websites charge tax. I have to pay tax on Amazon and Newegg in my local area. You may not, okay? So, yeah. And then a thing that you can look at, this is a pretty difficult thing to look at if you are building your computer for the first time. Looking on Craigslist may not be the best idea, but it can help you get an idea, maybe. I don't live in Chicago. I just picked a random one so I could just show you it all off and not show where I live. But yeah, we'll just look at stuff here. So I'd always put it on owner, dealer. You don't really want to mess with that. I mean, you can if you want. But like here, we can look at this. We got a Xeon. I don't know anything about those processors. But what I would do is I'd look at this and I'd be like, okay, what can I take from this? Can I use the entire thing? Do I want to do this or that? And then be like, okay, so I know that this amount of RAM is good, or this isn't enough and I can upgrade it, or I know this hard drive is good. I know that I only need 250 gigs, which I use 2 terabytes, by the way. So that would not work for me. And that's because I edit videos a lot and I have very large files. And we can get into video editing and recording another time if you guys want that in a series. I think that's probably it. PC part picker, and then the 2 different Reddit threads are really, really good to look at when looking for parts to buy. Okay, there's so many builds you can look at. There's so many complete builds. There's so many build helps. So if you have a similar situation, you can look at the help and be like, oh, cool, they answered my question, and I didn't even have to ask it. So this is the first video in the very long series. I have no idea how many episodes I'm going to make it. Hopefully it helped you out. I'll try to link everything in the description. I'll try to remember to anyway. And I guess that's it. We'll look out for new episodes. Tell me how I can improve it in the comment below. And I guess that's it. Oh, subscribe. You know, that'd be cool. So you can stay up to date on the episodes. See ya.